Welcome to the Train of Thought. Please stand behind the yellow line as we're about to approach the station. Today's destination, Perseverance. Today's destination, Perseverance. Welcome to the Train of Thought podcast brought to you by The Poetic Wit. I'm your train conductor host, Aaron Patrick, and with me,
Ashwan.
Yeah, what's up, Ashwan? What's up? Okay, I met Ashwan at a Christian fellowship camp back in 2018, and he's got a great heart, and something on his heart that he has been meaning to share with you all. But just to get to know each other better. Hey, Ashwan, how have you been doing?
I've been doing good, man. It's been a long time. It's actually been 2 years. I've not seen you for 2 years, man.
Yo, dude, yeah, it's been 2 years. We only see each other like in CF and like camp. And after that, that was it. What have you been up to since then, man?
I've actually got myself into, I'm doing property now. And also I'm recently getting into influential marketing. I recently started a company with a few of my friends. Now we're just undergoing the process of building it up though. It's pretty interesting and I'm excited to see where is this journey going to lead me in my team.
Wow, amazing. Influential marketing. Do you want to like briefly give like a brief description about what that is about?
Sure. Influential marketing is that we're going to use social media like YouTube to create content or to create conversation about things that's happening right now in the world. Let's say we were to discuss something to do with growing up, or we were to discuss something about depression and stuff like that. It's just a group of people getting together and talking about it in front of camera. So something like this, but it's now that is more in video form than on YouTube.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So the other day I was sharing on one particular, I think one of the latest episodes on the Train of Thought podcast, and Ashwan approached me that day itself. I think it was it maybe 1 or 2 months ago? Yeah. And he I'm really glad to have you on the show, bro. Like he just came up to me through my DMs, and he was like, bro, this is something that's really good. Is there any way I can be a part of this? And you can be a part of this too. Just contact us at trainofthought.fm on Instagram or The Poetic Wit on Anchor and Facebook as well. And we can get you on the show. The Train of Thought podcast is a platform of collaboration to just share your life experience and impact another life in your community for or in our local youth in Malaysia as well. Okay, now coming back to this, so we really want to talk about how even in the world today, talk about 2020 itself, we've gone through a heck load of things. We see a lot of, in the news, we have like Corona, we have like, talk about the economy, talk about, the change, this new normal that has brought upon us, working from home, studying from home, a lot of changes, even in emotional and mental stuff. People go through a lot of things, right? We see a lot of struggles. There are a lot of sufferings in the world. There are a lot of challenges around us. How do we respond? And today, Ashwan wants to share a bit on his perspective on perseverance. So, take it away, bro. Share with us, like, what do you think?
All right. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this. I really appreciate that. Okay. So today I'm just going to touch on something called perseverance, because I feel perseverance is something that today's generation is struggling with. Because I feel a lot of us sometimes feel that it's okay to feel pain. It's okay to be in the bad position of life rather than looking forward to what is good. Perseverance is not simple. It's a journey. But I believe with perseverance itself, we are able to actually make a difference in our lives and the people around us. So I'll share my story. Yeah. So for example, 4 or 5 years ago, when I was 16, I was diagnosed with severe eczema, and I was going through a very rough patch in life, because after I was diagnosed with severe eczema, I went to see the doctor, and the doctor kind of gave me the wrong prescription. So they gave me the wrong set of drugs, and I've been applying it for about a few months, and on the third month, it became worse. Like the eczema spread even more. My skin started to tear apart, started to bleed, started to blister, and so on. And at that point of time was actually quarantine as well, because the doctor wrongly diagnosed me as a different kind of skin disease or something. So my parents brought me to a different doctor again, and apparently it's just normal eczema, but due to the wrong medication, it became worse, right? So they gave me this medicine called potassium permanganate 7. It was actually to dry up my skin, so I have to apply that every single day after I shower. So I used to wake up every morning, and after when I showered, I will spend 3 hours just to dry off my body, because my skin will actually take a very long time to dry because it's all blistery and stuff. And that really took a toll on me. I mean, looking at myself in that position, I didn't know what to feel, or what to think. It didn't feel normal, and it didn't feel right at the same time. And I also remember whenever I try to study, I try to focus on reading or doing homework. I just couldn't. I couldn't focus. I couldn't read. I couldn't do anything. It's because I feel so worthless. I feel so useless. It's because the only thing which is in my head is that I'm not okay. I'm not going to get healed. This is going to get worse. Something bad is going to happen. This and that. The thoughts used to run in my head constantly. So my escape was, I love films. So I started watching a lot of movies. So when I was at home, when I was quarantined at home, 2 months every single day, I'll watch about 3 to 4 movies just to keep my mind away from my skin. And especially at nights when I try to sleep, usually I only have about 2 to 3 hours of sleep, because my skin, when it gets hot, because I can't sleep in the aircon, it tends to dry up the eczema, and then the next morning, if I move my legs, it will crack up and start blistering again. So that kind of hurts. So I switch off the aircon and I sleep in the fan, and it gets really hot at night to a point where my body will stick to the bed. And it's pretty disgusting. And it's pretty disgusting experience, because every morning when I wake up, I will see all these marks all over the bed, all these blisters, and it's a very disgusting sight to see, to be honest.
But was that like blood on the bed as well?
Yeah, sometimes blood, sometimes just liquid fluids, just fluids all over. Yeah, and it was really disgusting, and I just don't know what to imagine. It looks like those, not like those in the Bible, leprosy and stuff like that, right? It felt that way. It felt
Yeah.
and after that quarantine period, I started going back to school. I was a prefect at the time. I really worked towards my way to become a prefect, and then when I became a prefect, the skin issue, right? So I remember going to school with a pair of slippers, and people would have this weird glance and stare at me. They would look at how my feet are, and people tend to stay away from me because of how I am. And I couldn't play sports. I couldn't attend any curriculum. I couldn't attend any social events. I couldn't go out with my friends, because every time if I'm overexposed to the sunlight, or if I do something a bit heavy, my skin tends to crack, and then it will start to blister again. And every time when I go back home, my mom actually has to wash and scrub off my school clothes, because you have stains of the blister, yellow stains. So, I mean, even thinking about it right now, I feel so uncomfortable, because it's truly a really horrible experience. And it lasted for about a year. I couldn't go to church, I couldn't go anywhere. And I mean, it got better for a while. So I started going back to church, I started serving, started doing things that I love, but then it came back again. And when it came back, it really took a toll on me. It's because I was in children ministry. I was serving in the toddlers class, and sometimes we have these kids who's running around and they want to play with you and stuff like that, right? And they want you to carry them, and I couldn't do it because I have all this blisters all over my fingers and my hands and my palms. So I felt really uncomfortable carrying those kids. So I decided to leave. I left the class, and it was painful though. I really wanted to be a part of it, but I couldn't. It's like I want to serve God, but at the same time, this disease is stopping me from doing that.
Yeah.
So I came to a point of life where I wanted to commit suicide. So I remember once I took a bottle of pills. I placed it in front of me. I stared at it for a few minutes, and when I was about to take it, a voice. I heard this voice. It wasn't loud, but it was very clear. It said, "Just go and sleep." Right? I mean, Of course, it was from God, but usually I thought when God talks to someone, you come in this superior, amazing voice, or maybe you tell something, son, I will heal you, or something like that. But all he said to me
Like a
was,
loud, booming, authoritative voice from heaven, that kind of like,
yeah, that kind
you
of
will be healed, you know?
cinema effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be that way, but it's actually just a simple voice telling me to just go and sleep. So I decided to go and sleep, and the next morning I woke up. I felt better. I felt released in some way. I felt I didn't want to commit suicide anymore and stuff like that. And I remember by going down on my knees one night and crying and begging God to take away the skin problem because I was in so much pain. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I had panic attacks. I couldn't sleep at night. I didn't know what to do. My thoughts were all over the place, and everything doesn't make sense anymore. And after that night, truly, I could say that was the night that I truly experienced the love of God. I felt that I felt His hands over me. I felt that just giving me a huge hug, and that is when I finally understood what it's like to feel the embrace of God. And after that, I started praying and I started attending healing and deliverance services and going for prayer meetings in church and stuff like that. And gradually, my skin improved a lot. I mean, now I still have eczema, but now it's very out of a scale of 1 to 10. That was 10 out of 10. Now I would say it's a 3 out of 10. So I would say it's a improvement. And all I can say is I want to give all glory to God for the improvement that happened. Because to be honest, if you guys were to see me at that point of time, I can guarantee that you will think there is no hope for me to be cured because the position that I was in was horrific. I
Mm.
looked like my skin will never be healed. It looked like it's all permanent, you know? And even after my skin got better, I used to struggle with wearing shorts because I have marks all over my legs and also my hands. I used to wear long sleeve. But this year, I started to accept myself more. So I started wearing back shorts, wearing back short sleeves, and I didn't really bother what would people think of me. And if people were to ask me what is Marx about, I would be very open to share it with them. So I think this journey of struggle and pain and confusion has really taught me to accept myself and to love myself more. And this journey has also taught me that God is there, His existence is there. And to be honest, without experiencing this, I don't think I would feel closer to God without this experience. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to go through a struggle to feel closer to God, but me personally, going through this struggle, I felt closer to God. So, yeah, I believe that perseverance is vital for all to fight or and to go through any circumstance molds us and strengthen us to be overcomers. And it's important that we persevere and fight against our challenges is because if we let our challenge overtake us, it will not only destroy us, but you destroy the people around us. So if we overcome the challenge that we are facing and we share our story with the next person, we're actually able to encourage them on their journey. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. I think hearing from what Ashwin has shared just now, we can say that there is always a reason to keep fighting and keep going on. You know, in your story in life, with whatever you're going through, right? You know, whether it's severe eczema, whether it's cancer, whether it is financial difficulty or whatever challenge or struggle or suffering that you're going through, there is always reason to hope that things will turn out for the better. You know, even if it's not for the circumstances around you, at least for the things, for the very thing that's inside of you. Whereas, you know, inside of you, where you have hope and joy and peace despite the challenges around you. You know, and that's why we persevere. And should we persevere, we will be able to overcome these things. Yeah, thanks a lot for sharing your story, Ashwin. It's a real pleasure, real
Thank you for the
privilege to have you on the train of thought.
All right. Thank you for the opportunity.
This is the Train of Thought podcast brought to you by the Poetic Wit with your train conductor host Aaron Patrick and with me
Ashwin.
Now signing out. Peace.